Hey, Stinker Butt, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Baddies Midwest Season 6, Episode 15 review. So, in this week's episode, we pick up where we left off last week with Roelly asking Slim, does she want the assistant job? And Slim is really tired of her basically being berated and talked down to, and Roelly yelling at her like she's her child. The other girls are coming at her. And so she was like, yeah, I want it. Like, yeah, like, she got an attitude or whatever. But says that she wants to stay. And it's just like, it's so stupid, honestly, truly. Like, you degraded yourself the moment you said that you would be her assistant. You knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I understand she need the money or whatever. So, but it's just like, how far are you willing to go for a paycheck? Will you set aside your pride, your morals, your self-worth? You know what I'm saying? And Roelly is milking this for everything that she can because she's in a position of power. But then on the slide, it's obvious that she still cares about Slim because she keeps on giving her the opportunity to be her assistant so she can get this money. Because if you hated her and if you ain't want to have nothing to do with her, you wouldn't have even took it this far. You would have just said, no, I don't want her on the show, because you had the opportunity to say yay or nay. So it's like, girl, just be the bitch friend again, because it's obvious that you want to. So then Natalie asked Diamond to tell the girls what's going on with her, because she broke down on the Sprinter van, and Diamond tells them that her aunt is basically on her D bed and it's like any day now, and she wants to go and say goodbye, and she don't want to leave, but she knows she will regret it if she doesn't, and she breaks down crying again. And everybody, is very nurturing and console her and understand where she's coming from. And she's really built friendships this season with the girls versus how things were last season. And she talks about how she really built a friendship this season with Tinka. We all know last season they were enemies. They fought, I don't know how many times. They had some legendary fights in the beginning of last season that still crack me up to this day. But it's so cute to see that they're friends with each other now. I follow some of the Zeus Instagram pages, and they were just celebrating the fact that the song that they did together reached 1 million views on YouTube, which is really good. Like, they have really become like this dynamic duo with one another and become real close. And I like that for them. Tinka don't seem like she's a bad person or anything like that. She seems like she's a good friend for the most part. So I like this little duo of them being cool with one another. And so Diamond makes her exit and she leaves this season of Baddies. She was one of the judges for Baddies Africa. A lot of the Now That's TV girls came out for the auditions. I know that Joyce got a ticket. Y'all, if y'all watch Now That's TV, what's that girl name? It's not Betty. It's not Bully. What is that? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The big chocolate girl that look like Baby Bop. Y'all that be beating up everybody. She got a ticket. What's that? What's my girl name from the last season of dang, what is the name of that show with all the girls in the house? It's this last season when Ivory threw the P on Mel. Her name started with a R. She was a fly bad bee and that fought Ivory. She wasn't scared of Ivory neither. I really liked her. Her confessionals was real funny. But she got a ticket. I would love to see her on Baddies. I think that she would fit in perfectly with them. And like I said, her reads are so funny. I want to see Mel on Baddies, of course. I really think that she would fit in with the girls or whatever. But the big the big girl with the B name, I just feel like she'll come on there because she can bang, she can fight, but it's not even fair to fight her. It's really not. Like, oh God, like I feel like it's only fair if she like fight Roelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Tasiki or Ivory. Like, And then I feel like they would only bring her on there too to make fun of her, low key, because she does not fit the quote unquote baddie aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? But we shall see. Anywho, we ain't talking about that. Um, so Natalie says that she is going to send somebody home. And unfortunately, she tells Emma that it's her because, you know, she still ain't really popping it. She ain't really bringing it or whatever. And I was like, but I thought y'all said y'all was going to let her stay because she needs the money for her father, who is, you know, sick. But they changed their mind. She wasn't upset because her father was going into surgery that week anyway. So she needed to go. Obviously, like it wouldn't even been no you telling me I gotta go. I would have left. So I don't know if they decided to like still give her like a full, you know, payment, even though she was eliminated. I don't know, because I thought that wasn't fair that they decided to let her stay because they said it in a way like they weren't gonna send her home, period. That at least that's how I took it. But Natalie then says that there are 3 people on the chopping block to be eliminated as well. And she says Summer named first. And she says Summer because she has been nothing but reckless since she got there. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes with her, where her just, you know, doing stuff. We all know that she broke a TV on the bus. She peed on the floor several times. You can tell like their production has been probably having a hard time dealing with her and her mouth and her antics. She just nasty. She's nasty. She trifling. She looked like she got bad hygiene. Like, You can tell like Natalie is disgusted with her and some of the OGs. And she should be embarrassed. She really honestly should be embarrassed. And I wish that they would have sent her home early to teach her a lesson because she don't get it. You know, it's cute to pop your whatever and have your little one-liners and, you know, all that, but you like do too much. It's giving like Sydney Star too much. Like just simmer down. Simmer down. We get it. We know who you are, ma'am. Like you've made your mark. Now it's time to pull back just a smidge and get yourself together. Your hair be busted. Your outfits is very thin and flammable. It's like you can't have all of that going on and then be annoying on top of that and then be nasty. Like, yeah, no. So Jaden is also on the chopping block and she's not even there. And Natalie was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. So basically, from what I got from Natalie is that Jaden has been focusing on other stuff. Like I guess maybe her music or whatever else she got going on. And she don't feel like she has been fully dedicated to the whole baddie situation or whatever. And she hasn't really been popping in either. She was like she do good in the club when she perform her song, but other than that, she ain't really contributing anything, and that the girls haven't learned really anything about her. And I agree. Like I still don't know no more about Jaden than I did before she came on the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about this girl outside of the fact that she blue faced baby mama, and now I know she can't fight. That's it. And then shockingly, Natalie said that Jayla was on the chopping block, and everybody was shocked about that, including Jayla. And she says that Jayla been quiet and that she has basically let these new girls outshine her pretty much, and that all the OGs need to step it up, all of them, because they've been too laid back. And I've been saying this since this season began that the OGs got outshined by all the newbies, and they came across scary this season. And they came across like they just felt like they were above the fighting or whatever. Not all of them, but Jayla, Anna, Biggie, you know, Scotty, you know, they all just came, even Natalie's scary self. They just had this air about them like, like I'm too cute to be doing all that, but you're on a show called Baddies that is all about fighting. And then they even let the some of the newbies punk them. So I agree that they all need to step up, but I don't feel like Jayla should have been the only one like singled out, even though she has been a little quieter than she has in past seasons. But I don't think that any of them should get comfortable, including Natalie, because if you're gonna be included in this cast, then you need to pop yours too, ma'am. Okay. So Natalie decides to give out a chain, and Big Lex finally gets her chain. Congratulations to her. Anna makes a comment about how Summer is acting real classy, once her friend got a chain and she ain't being trashy like she was when Jazz got hers or whatever. Now, I brought that up because later on in this season, when they get to Hawaii, it was revealed that Anna and Summer are gonna have several fights and that she gonna whoop Summer, okay, in Hawaii. So I don't know how they end up beefing, but they're gonna beef, okay? And it seems I won't even say I don't know how, because I feel like when she said that comment, that was when like the seed was really planted for them to beef with one another. So the next day Emma leaves and Roelly is with some of the girls, and she asks them exactly what happened with Slim and Summer. And Dolly tells her that Slim got on the bus basically on some like, "What's up? Like I told you, it's up when I see you. Like what's good?" And that Summer wasn't really trying to even go there with her or whatever, but she just kept on pressing the situation. Um, Considering the fact that I guess she's supposed to be there on this assistant stuff, you shouldn't be focusing on trying to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I do get that. But at the same time, this is a reality show. And like, girl, really, what is she assisting you in doing? Like, let's stop. Please, let's stop. But Akbar sticks up for Slim and says, it's kind of starting to look like they ganging up on her. And Ivory co-signs and was like, I know she's here to be your assistant, but that don't mean that y'all should be degrading her and demeaning her and yelling at her and talking to her crazy. And I 1000% agree with that. Like, she's not a dog. Like, no, I ain't like that neither. Roly kept on trying to negate that and really not agree or disagree. She just like tried to skip around that. And Slim ended up coming in and joining the conversation, and Roly get to going off about how she there to be her assistant because she was online popping it about her kid and disrespecting her kid, and she was even still disrespecting her son up until she got on the show. And Slim was like, "That's not true. You're not gonna be sitting up here lying." And Slim was like, basically, F it. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and have you talking to me crazy and lying on me. And they get to arguing back and forth. And Slim quits. She quits and call her a liar. And I'm surprised she lasted that long. And I honestly feel like Roly did that on purpose. I feel like Roly started, because her going off and stuff like literally came for me out of nowhere. And so it feel like she was trying to bait Slim into quitting. That's what I got from it, because it was weird. It really honestly was. Um some of the cast members go and look at the little petting zoo outside of the cabin, and Tinka tells Jaden that she's on the chopping block, and Anna explains to her that Natalie felt like she's being boring, she's not talking up and involving herself more. And Jaden was like, "Okay, I can respect it, I get that. So I guess she gonna start, being more involved." All I could focus on is that botched booty of hers. She looked ridiculous from the front and the back. Like, I wish she would just go and get that stuff taken out, because ugh, she looked like a deep freezer. Like, she need to just stop. Like, maybe she ain't got enough money to go and get it taken out, but she no, ooh, that is horrible. But anywho, Nunu and Anna kind of started having a conversation about them squashing their beef. Neither one of them really want to beef with each other anymore. But Nunu and Biggie still got issues with one another. I honestly, to be honest, can see Nunu and Anna being friends. But Biggie is very suffocating and territorial when it comes to Anna. And it's like she don't want her to be friends with really anybody else outside of Tasiki for real. She don't want her to be friends with Jaden. She don't want her to be friends with da da da. Like, it's like, girl, she is not your man. Like, calm down, girl. I don't know. I don't know if that friendship gonna last if she continue to act the way that she do. But they agree that they'll have a conversation later. Natalie and Jayla have a one-on-one talk, and Natalie was like, I just feel like you letting the other girls outshine you, the newbies. And Jayla gets emotional and starts to cry and says that she came into this season knowing that there were girls that didn't want her there. So she already came in feeling counted out. And then she says that, the fans hate her. And Natalie was like, girl, you reading comments like, all the stuff people say about me, my skin, my chin, and all of that stuff. She was like, girl, forget them people. Like, don't sit up there and read the comments and all of that type of stuff. And, Jayla has been getting a lot of backlash. She really honestly have. And it's because of, I feel like, her closeness to Natalie, because it's like, she a snake. Okay. I don't think that she was wrong last season for anything that had to do with Gretchen. The Biggie situation of it all, I feel like it was drawn a little bit, but she did have a reason to step to her because Biggie do be talking too much and running her mouth. So I don't really know why the fans don't like her. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I want to know what girl she was referring to that she didn't want her to come back. And here go Natalie talking, you're one of my best friends in real life. Outside of the show, don't cry. Girl, Natalie, you don't have a best friend. You do not. Your best friend is the devil. Okay? Like, stop. Stop. Okay? Please stop. So the girls go on a hayride and they talking about like who they've become the closest with. And Summer decides to call out Jayla and say she knows she ain't got close to anybody because basically she walk around like she better than everybody. Don't talk to me. Like giving that type of energy. And Jayla was like, girl, worry about you and them dusty baby hairs. I hate them. So they get to joning on each other and everything. And someone was like, I already told you on the van, you got to broom up your butt. And Jayla was like, I don't give one fuck what you say, B. And they going back and forth. And then the episode goes off. And I'm like, Summer, Jayla is the last person you wanted with because you can't fight. And so I'm kind of mad because they going to make them fight in a boxing ring on next week's episode in a club. Like, it's going to be good to see her beat Summer up, but it's not a real beat up because they got on headgear and gloves. Like, I want to see her get pop, 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 pop for real. You know what I'm saying? Because Summer is so annoying. Summer had a fight too with, Summer and Roelly supposedly fought at the Africa auditions as well. Child, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this up. Oh, and that one girl from Little Women Atlanta, one of the Little Women's was there trying to be on the show. Like, girl, this Africa show is going to be insane. And it's supposed to be like all new girls, I think. Or is that Baddies Gone Wild? Baddies Gone Wild, Lemmy and Natalie said it's all new girls, nobody that we ever have met before, and that it's going to be 24-hour filming, confessionals, and all of that. So it's going to have a real nice BGC vibe, and I'm really here for Baddies Gone Wild. I think that's going to be dope. But I'm going to give this week's episode of Baddies Midwest C plus. It was more so like a filler episode, and I kind of feel like next week is going to be a filler episode as well. But I am going to review the first episode of Erica Mena's new dating reality show where she has men and women competing to be with her. So I'm going to do a review, test it out, see how y'all feel about it, see how the views are, and we will go from there. I love you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.